Today I'm interviewing Dr. Caplan, a veterinary specialist. What can we do to prevent cancer when the dog is healthy?
Well, that's a really $10 billion question. How do we prevent cancer when the dog is healthy? There's some things that we found with certain types of tumors that we can actually do, and we found that when we look back on certain types of tumors, wow, and for instance, if we spay a dog before their first heat, then they have a much less chance of getting we call it mammary gland tumors, which in humans would be breast cancer. And so, spaying dogs earlier can prevent, breast cancer or mammary gland tumors, for instance.
Does an weakened immune system contribute to cancer?
Well, when I thought about that, I think that every person, every animal, every dog, every cat, every elephant, in their body they have special cells that are surveillance cells. And some of these are neutrophils and lymphocytes, and some of the lymphocytes, there's different types, and other cells that go, and they're kind of like, they're the police. They're kind of going through the bloodstream and trying to find abnormal cells, bacteria and fungal and cancer cells, and that's our surveillance system. And so they're trying to kill all these abnormal cells in the body. And so that's and if that immune system is just not up to par, is not killing all the cancer cells, if you're immune suppressed, then I guess that's possible that that can contribute to allowing cancer cells to. But it's a much more broad, it's a much more complex than that, because there's always, your genes, it may not even have anything to do with the immune system. It could be that the genes, your genetics are such that some of the genes break down, and then those systems that they make a cell die when it's supposed to die, makes it live and reproduce, and next thing you know, you have a big old tumor. So there's other things to involve.
In my research, I have found age 10 and older are most likely to have cancer. Is this true, and why?
I think that's true. There's a very large percentage of the geriatric older population of dogs. I mean, I think it's almost up to 30% or more of geriatric dogs. The older dogs actually have cancer and actually die of cancer. There's probably on being even low on that number. It may have to do with their immune system. It may have to do with their genetic makeup. It may have to do with kind of like us, our bodies just start to change, and our surveillance system we talked about, immune system changes. Our DNA is we're having maybe more breaks and abnormalities in our DNA and our genetics. There's just.
What is the most common and most effective ways of treating dog cancer? A dog with cancer.
Well, you have to remember you're talking to a surgeon, so there are several ways of treating cancer. Okay, most common, so surgery to remove the tumor. Okay, but that's not the whole story. Sometimes you can remove the tumor and it'll never come back. Sometimes though, it's the type of tumor that can spread to other organs. And so if it's like that, then you have to give chemotherapy, which is medicines that they take either in through the veins or orally. You take pills and that sort of thing to treat it. Sometimes you have to treat them with radiation therapy. Sometimes it's a combination of those things. And now there's other types of treatments called immunotherapy, which it's almost like getting a vaccination, but it's different. You get an injection, and then it causes the immune system to attack that tumor. And so that's really one of the most exciting, newest ways of treating cancer now. So those are just different, it depends on the type of tumor. So every type of tumor has its own recipe, if you will, for trying to, could either to kill it or to control it so it doesn't spread and doesn't get bigger.
Are there stages in dog? Is there a pill to prevent cancer yet? If so, how does it help?
Gosh, I'll tell you what, if you and I could find a pill to prevent cancer, we would have the Nobel Prize.